Education has significantly evolved over the years, from the traditional use of chalkboards, printed books, and face to face lectures. We are now living in a time where learning is increasingly shaped by computers, digital platforms, and automated technologies. Today, learners as we are can attend classes online, access information instantly, submit assignments electronically, and even interact with AI powered learning tools. Modernization has transformed education into a more connected, flexible, and technology driven experience. In fact, according to UNESCO, the COVID 19 pandemic further accelerated the global shift toward digital learning and changed the way teachers teach and students learn. While computers and technology have made education more accessible, efficient, and interactive, they have also introduced challenges that educators and learners must carefully address. Because of this, it is important to examine both the advantages and disadvantages of computer teaching and learning. Today, I will be discussing how computer teaching and learning affects students, teachers, and the overall educational system. Our goal is not simply to decide whether it is or the technology is good or bad, but rather to understand how it can be used responsibly and effectively in education. Before we proceed, let us first define some important terms. Computer teaching and learning, also known as computer assisted learning. This refers to the use of computers, software, and internet technologies to deliver, support, or enhance education. This includes online classes, educational applications, multimedia presentations, and virtual simulations. In today's modern and digital era, education has evolved beyond traditional classrooms into more interactive and technology driven environments. Because of these developments, students now have more access to information and learning opportunities than ever before. In this presentation, we will analyze the topic into two major parts: the advantages and disadvantages. Understanding both sides is more important so we can maximize the benefits of technology while minimizing its negative effects. Let us first examine the advantages. Imagine education today without the internet or digital tools. Learning would be far less accessible and flexible than it is now. First, we have access to vast information. One of the biggest benefits of computer based learning is the ability to access a wide range of information instantly. Students and teachers can easily search for research materials, academic journals, educational videos, and online references. This encourages independent learning and deeper exploration of topics. Second is the flexible and self paced learning. Students can learn anytime, anywhere. They can replay lectures, revisit lessons, and study according to their own pace, especially when dealing with difficult subjects. This flexibility became especially more important during the pandemic. Third is the interactive and engaging learning. Technology makes learning more interactive through videos, animation, simulation, and gamified learning activities. These tools help students understand complex concepts more clearly and keep them motivated to participate. Fourth is the personalized learning experience. Modern systems, especially AI powered tools, can adapt to the learner's needs and progress. Students receive customized support depending on their strengths and weaknesses, making learning more learner centered. The fifth one is the immediate feedback and evaluation. Students can receive instant feedback from quizzes, online exercises, and assessments. This allows them to identify mistakes from immediate and improve their understanding. The sixth one is improved communication and collaboration. Technology allows students and teachers to communicate through number one, emails, messaging, or messaging platforms such as Messenger and other social media accounts, virtual classrooms, and of course, shared documents. Collaboration becomes easier even when participants are in different locations. Next is efficiency and organization for teachers. Teachers can manage the lesson plans, learning materials, attendance, and of course, grades more efficiently through digital platforms. This reduces administrative workload and allow our teachers to focus more on instruction and learner support. Our eighth advantage, development of digital skills. Students develop important 21st century skills such as digital literacy, research skills, online communication, and then, of course, responsible use of technology. The competencies are essential in this workforce and society. Let us now uh, examine while technology offers many educational benefits, it is equally important to recognize the challenges that accompany its use. First, limited human interaction. Too much dependence on computers may reduce face to face interaction. That this can affect communication skills, emotional development, social relationships as well. Human interaction remains as essential part of meaningful learning. Second, distractions and misuse. Students may become distracted by the social media, di ba? Mga social media accounts sila sa Facebook, TikTok, and others. Online games, and the non-educational content. Without discipline and proper guidance, technology can reduce productivity and concentration. Third, inequality in access or digital divide. Not all students have equal access to devices or stable internet connections. In many areas in the Philippines, especially remote and low income communities, access to technology remains a major challenge. This creates unequal learning opportunities among students. The next one is technical issues. Problems such as poor internet connection, software malfunction, device failure can interrupt lessons and cause frustration for both teachers and learners. Next is reduced critical thinking. Easy access to information may sometimes encourage students to rely too much on technology instead of analyzing information independently. This may weaken critical thinking and, of course, the problem solving skills. Sixth is limited hands on learning. Some subjects require actual physical practice, such as laboratory experiments, technical skills, performance based activities as well. These experiences cannot be fully replaced by computers, of course, or virtual simulations. Next is health concerns. It's very important. Prolonged screen time may cause eye strain, poor posture, especially for teachers, reduced physical activity, and of course, mental fatigue. Excessive use of technology may also contribute to digital addiction and social isolation. Fifth, or the last one, is privacy and security risks. Online learning platforms may expose students and teachers as well to risks such as data privacy concerns, cyberbullying, online scams, unauthorized access to personal information as well. Without proper digital safety practices, technology may create security and ethical concerns in education. In today's digital era, teachers are no longer simply providers of information, they are now facilitators of learning. Teachers must adapt to emerging technologies, continuously upgrade their digital skills, of course, integrate technology effectively into instruction. Although computer based learning can reduce workload, it also requires proper training, preparation, and adjustment. Most importantly, teachers play a vital role in guiding students toward responsible and ethical use of digital platforms. Computers and AI should support teaching, not replace the human role of teachers in mentorship, empathy, especially, and the guidance. Learners benefit from more flexible and accessible education. However, students must also develop important personal qualities such as self discipline, time management, critical thinking, and digital responsibility. In the age of AI and widespread online information, students must learn how to evaluate sources critically. So, dapat mag-fact check and the use of technology wisely. Access to information is important, but responsible use of information is equally essential. A key point to remember is this: computer teaching and learning is neither completely good nor completely bad. Like any educational tool, its value depends on how it is used, managed, and integrated into the learning process. While digital learning offers convenience, accessibility, and innovation, the human element, especially the guidance of teachers, the discipline of learners, and the meaningful interaction inside and outside the classroom remains essential to effective learning. For this reason, education should not rely entirely on either traditional methods or digital systems alone. Instead, it should maintain a balanced approach that combines the strengths of both to create a more effective, engaging, and learner centered educational experience. And now let us examine the important factors that determine the effectiveness of computer teaching and learning. Its effectiveness depends on first, balance between digital and traditional learning methods. Technology becomes more effective when combined with face to face interaction, discussion, and personal guidance from teachers. A balanced approach helps students enjoy the benefits of digital learning while still developing communication and social skills through real human interaction. Second, how technology is used. Digital tools should be responsibly and purposefully to support use or support learning, not simply for entertainment or convenience. When technology is used properly, it can improve understanding and engagement, but misuse may lead to distraction and reduced productivity. Third, of course, the availability of resources. Effective computer based learning requires proper devices, a stable internet connection, and access to educational materials. In reality, not all students have equal access to these resources, which is why schools and communities must continue working toward inclusive and accessible education. Lastly, guidance from teachers. Teachers play an important role in helping students use technology wisely, critically, and ethically. Even in a highly digital learning environment, teachers or students still need teachers for mentorship, motivation, and meaningful learning guidance. The best approach is a balanced or blended learning system where technology enhances learning while preserving meaningful human interaction. Technology, therefore, should remain a tool that supports education, not something that completely replaces personal teaching and human connection. To synthesize, computer teaching and learning has significantly transformed education by making it more accessible, more flexible, more interactive, and of course, more engaging. However, it also introduces challenges such as reduced human interaction, digital inequality, overspending or overdependence on technology, health concerns, and privacy and security. Both teachers and students must continue adapting to this changing educational environment through responsible, ethical, and balanced use of technology. In the end, technology becomes meaningful in education, not because of the machines we use, but because of how we use them to improve human learning and human connection. Thank you so much, and that concludes my presentation. I hope this discussion helped us better understand the role of technology in education today. Good day, and thank you very much once again.